Welcome to English 12 at eBus Academy. My name is Trudy Davis and I will be your teacher for this course. I want to take you through the course really quickly so that you can navigate it better and also to get the best mark possible for the course. The first thing to notice at the top is latest news. Sometimes, not all the time, I will put a picture there with some information that you need to read right away. I only put things there that are really important. So if you see something new, please read it. On the left are the deadlines. For the November report cards, any work that you've submitted by November 4th will be marked and reflected on the November report card. The same goes for January and April and June. Now June 6th is a bit earlier than some other eBus course deadlines because it does take longer to mark the essays. So if you started in September, you are expected to finish by June 6th. Make sure that everything is in. Any work that is not in and you started in September will be counted as 0, and unfortunately your overall mark will go down. If you started the course in October or later, it would still be great to have you finished by June 6th, but if you've been working hard, you've been handing in work on a regular basis, we can have a discussion about whether or not an extension can be given. The next part to look at is the introduction section. My name and address are there for you, email address. Then there are a number of pages that are very important for you to read. So please take the time to go through each one of those. Submitting work is important, especially if you haven't used Moodle before. And Moodle is the name of the program that we use to put the course in. So this whole site is called Moodle. Send for marking. Again, take a look at that. There's a little video there that tells you how to submit your work. It's very important that you click on the button called Send for Marking, but it's not necessarily that easy to find. So make sure that you take a look at that quick video so that the work goes to my marking bin. If you don't click on that button, I don't know that the work is there ready to be marked. Also, it's really important that you look at the work that I send back to you, the marked work, and there's an explanation there as to why I think that's important, so please take a look at that. And if you want to revise work, take a look at this site as well. I've got a quick little explanation here of how to find your marks. There are 3 different ways to find your marks in the course. First of all, when you look at this particular page, it'll tell you how to find the marks on your dashboard. This is the program that has the marks on it, tells you how far you are in your course, how much time is left, and so on and so forth. Please take a look at that. So when I refer to the dashboard, that's what I'm talking about. That is your most accurate mark. There is another way, however, to find your marks. If you go to your settings, depending on where you have it on your page, go to grades. You will then see your name at the top and the list of the assignments. Now these aren't necessarily in order because I've got them listed in topic by topic here. It's not the order that's in the course, but they're still the same. And at the bottom, once you've got some marks in here, you'll see an overall total. That total might be exactly the same as the total on your dashboard, or it might be slightly off. Sometimes the calculation is a little bit different. The mark on the dashboard is the accurate one. That's the one to look at. Another way to find your marks, and this one I really like and want you to use, is that I will send you to your email and to your parents' email what is called a student progress report every week. I usually do this on Sunday night from home, and so you should receive it Sunday night or Monday next time you check your email. And speaking of email, it's very important with eBus that you check your email on a regular basis. It also says here that it's Nechako Valley Secondary School. That's a local high school. We just happen to share the program, so their name is on it. So you'll see the assignments and marks. And what I like about this program that's not on the dashboard or in the gradebook in Moodle is that I can put in REC''D instead of a mark. That means I have received the work and I will mark it soon. That way you're not guessing whether or not it actually came to me. And if you know that you sent something, and say you sent Hamlet Act 5 and there's nothing there, there's no mark and there's no REC''D, then go back and check to see if you clicked Send for Marking. That might be the issue there. And again at the bottom you will see a grade total, and again it'll be close, if not exactly the same as the one on the dashboard. and the dashboard one is the accurate one. What I also like about this program is that if you take a look at it and you think a mark is incorrect or something's wrong, please let me know. Sometimes I do forget to put them in because this is an extra step that I take to ensure that you understand where you're at in the course. The next page that's very important is to go through the eBus student integrity policy. It talks about whether or not you need supervised exams, when that might happen, or just supervised tests in general or assignments. So the first assignment is the activation assignment, which you should have already completed. You don't need to do anything. It's just a placeholder so that I can put a mark in for you. This section, Unit 2, no work to do, but these are some of my pet peeves that I've seen in English over and over and over again, and I'd like you not to do them, so take a look at those. I may add to that every once in a while, so you might want to check that to see if there have been any additions. Unit 3, again, there are no assignments, it's just how to do certain things. This is a really important one. How to use quotations from literature in your writing. Extremely important. Please take the time to look at that and understand what it's talking about. These are just for your information. If you have to write a narrative essay, you can take a look at this and so on and so forth. Use proper grammar and punctuation. I'm a real stickler for that. So make sure that you do that in your work. How to put a photo in your work and so on. So the first main unit will be Hamlet, and it's not near as scary as you might think it's going to be to study a Shakespearean work. We use a site that's called Oxford Next, and it is fabulous. There are videos, there are summaries, there's all kinds of information there. You shouldn't have to go to any other site. Now we do pay for this, so I expect you to use that site to get your answers for the assignments, and you'll see what I mean as you go through them. So I will create an account for you for Hamlet, and if you get to that part of the course and you can't log in, just let me know. It just means I've probably forgotten or didn't realize that you were ready to start it, and I'll create an account and tell you your login. And there's a test at the end after the essay, and it says please don't do this until you've completed the previous Hamlet assignments. Obviously you want to make sure you understand the material well before you do the test, and the test cannot be revised. Then you have a communication piece. We have a photo essay. Q&A means question and answer. Another question and answer. Mechanics, so we'll do semicolons. Another question and answer, and another one. Then you're going to do something that's a little bit different. Because this is online, it's very difficult to meet some of the Ministry of Education's requirements for the oral component, so speaking aloud. So this will give you an opportunity to do some oral work for the course. You'll be making recordings. You can use any recording device that you have, but there's also an audio recorder built right into Moodle in the assignment area that you can use. You just use the microphone from the computer that you're using. And if none of those work for you, then you can phone me and read to me or do your assignment over the phone. And those are called to speak or not to speak, but of course you will be speaking in order to get marks. OR just means oral response. The genre focus, again some more question and answer, mechanics, and again another speak, to speak or not to speak assignment. Then we have some more mechanics, question and answer, and an oral piece as well. You will be receiving a textbook in the mail in order to get these articles and essays and so on and so forth. It's called Passages 12, and if you haven't received it by the time you're ready to start the course, after you've handed in your activation, please let me know. So there's a media and pop culture section. You do get a chance here for your choice to take a look at some other story in that unit in the textbook. That's why it's important that you have that textbook, and you'll be doing some work based on that. Then you'll have a midterm exam. You must complete this before continuing with the rest of the course, and you will be required to have supervision for this part. So we will discuss how and where to do the test when you get closer to that part. Technology, issues, not too much there. And then the novel study. I'm quite happy to give you many choices for the novel study. So you'll click on grade 12 novel choices and you'll see a summary of all the books that are being offered, and you can choose which one you want. You will have to find your own copy, but I have found in many cases that if you go online and you ask for a free copy of such and such a book, quite often you'll find one on the internet and you won't have to buy it. So there will be a question section, an essay, and a test. I don't have the work for the novels here in Moodle. You will have to tell me what book you've chosen and I'll send the work to you by email. Because there are so many choices, it's just difficult to put it all here. When that's done, you're going to do a practice exam, an old provincial 12, English 12 exam. And you will be marking your own multiple choice part because the answer key is there, and then you'll send me the written work and I will take a look at it. This is basically, you're just getting a participation mark for this. I just want to see how thorough you're being and give you some suggestions so that you get the best mark possible on the provincial exam. And at the end is the survey. I appreciate if you do that. All you have to do is click on the survey and it takes you to the survey. You can type right in it your answers, you can check whatever you think. And at the bottom it says to please email me to let me know that you finished the survey, and then you must click the done button or else it doesn't go to the site so that I can take a look at it. And this is just a placeholder so that I can put your mark in. And when you think everything's done, just check to make sure. So you're going to contact me to confirm that you've completed all assignments for the course. And also I will ask you if you want to revise anything that you haven't already revised that's applicable for revision. And then I will give you a final mark for the course once everything is done. So that is the course. I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any questions, concerns, you're getting stuck, the most important thing to do is to contact me and I will gladly help you. The goal is to help you be successful in the course and help you get the most out of it. I hope that you enjoy the course and I'm looking forward to working with you. Thanks.